So today we would be start the unit number 6. So in this unit we have to be learn about the converters and PLL, phase lock loop. So the content that we are going to learn in this unit is voltage to current, current to voltage converters. That actually we would be taking the last. Digital to analog and analog to digital converters. Then types of DAC and ADCs that we have to be learn, and the techniques of that, characteristics, block diagram, circuits, specification, merit, demerit, and some also the comparisons as well where it is needed. Then phase lock loop block diagram, characteristics, phase detectors, details of PLL IC 565 applications, and typical circuits based on these converters. So this much amount of topic we have to be covered in this unit. First of all, we have to be go through one of the very introductory topic, that is interfacing the analog world using the analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter. So one of the diagram I have shown in this slide where you can see that A to D and D to A, both converter is shown on the same block diagram. Here you can see we are going to use the transducer. So can anyone tell me what is transducer? What is electric transducer? What is the role of this? So electric transducer would be take the input as a physical variable. It may be temperature, pressure, or any other physical variable, and then it convert it into the electrical one. So here you can see the physical variable, that could be temperature, pressure, flow, liquid level, anything is there. That is analog in nature actually. So it would be passed through the transducer. This is the first element of this block diagram. Transducer would be converted into the corresponding electrical signal, maybe a voltage or current signal is there, and then output of the transducer is the analog output. So to display this reading, we have to be used first of all A to D converter. ADC would be convert this analog data into the corresponding digital data. So it would be convert also the serial information to the parallel information. So output of the ADC would be a digital input, digital signal, and this digital signal would be given to some digital system, maybe a LCD display or LED display, or maybe it would be used to on off the some switching applications. So any kind of this digital system would be there. And if you have to say output of digital system is nothing but a digital outputs that is given to the, again we are reconverting it into the analog signal. So for that purpose what we have done, we have used a DAC, and in this case DAC would be convert the digital information into the analog, and again parallel data would be converted back into the serial one, and that analog output would be used to drive any output like motor or any actuator you can use as well, or something motor that you want to drive. So this in this way you can see that we have day-to-day life we are interfacing the analog world using the A to D converter, and again reconverting it into the digital to analog for various applications. Okay, so this is just the introduction that I want to give you with the help of this application. Now we have to become for our actual topic analog to digital and digital to analog data conversion. So generally a digital to analog converter converts the digital data into its equivalent analog data, and the analog data is required to drive motors or actuators or any other analog devices. A to D means analog to digital converter converts analog data into the equivalent digital data or binary data. So A to D converter and D to A converter are also called data converters. So ADC or DAC, both are considered as a data converters. Okay. So they are also available in monolithic integrated circuits. So nowadays, all the electronic equipments could be available in the form of the ICs. So here, ADC and DACs are also available in the IC form. Now we have to see what are the some. First of all, we have to learn about a digital to analog converter. Then we have to go to the analog to digital. So if you have to see the specification of the digital to analog converter, these are some points. First is accuracy. Second is offset voltage. Third one is the linearity, and fourth one is the differential non-linearity error. Integral non-linearity error. Sixth one is the monotonicity. And seventh one is the resolution. Eighth one is the settling time. So there are the 8 specification I have been put up here, but you have to go through the detail of this specification. That could be also generally asked in orals as well as examination and the interviews as well. So these all terms we have to know their definitions and their examples as well also. Now come to the basic digital to analog conversion technique. So digital to analog converters convert digital or binary data into its equivalent analog value. The digital or the input data for digital to analog converter is an n-bit binary word, that is D. Okay, and the bit B1 is called most significant bit here, MSB, and the bit Bn would be called then as LSB, least significant bit. So carefully listen and observe this slide, because the terms B1, B2, Bn like this, you have to remember that which is LSB and which is MSB. Then and whenever you would be correctly understood these terms. So then the quantity means that binary word D can be represented as D is equal to B1 2 raised to the power minus 1, B2 2 raised to the power minus 2, B3 2 raised to the power minus 3, up to Bn 2 raised to the power minus n. So this is the basic representation of the equation. That's why I have given the number, equation number 1, for the any binary word in terms of LSB and MSB. So here Bn is the LSB and B1 is the MSB. Now digital to analog converter generally accepts the binary input word D and produces the analog output which is proportional to the D using reference voltage VR. So you can see this block diagram. Please note down this diagram where we have shown the n-bit digital to analog converter, where the inputs are n-bit information, that is V1 to Bn, and that is again I have shown V1 is here MSB and Bn is the LSB, and this n-bit digital data would be then converted to a single analog data, that is as a output. So to driving this device we have to require a reference voltage, that is VR. So for the converted analog value is either a voltage signal or a current signal. So for a voltage output D to A converter, the conversion characteristics may be defined as V0 is equal to K VFS, that is start from V1 2 raised to the power minus 1 plus B2 2 raised to the power minus 2, B3 2 raised to the power minus 3 up to Bn 2 raised to the power minus n. So this is the way that we have to represent the output voltage of digital to analog converter. So what is the terms here? Here V naught is nothing but output voltage. VFS is full scale range of voltage. The full scale range of the voltage of digital to analog converter. K is here a scaling factor. Generally it is a constant or it remains in the value of 1 unity. And B1 to Bn is n-bit binary fractional word with binary point located at the left of the D to A converter, where V1 is MSB, most significant bit of weight VFS upon 2, and Bn is the least significant bit of weight VFS upon 2 raised to the power n, because we are discussing about the n bit digital to analog converter. So this equation number 2 represent the conversion characteristics of the digital to analog converter, and that is very important equation. So please note it down, and all the terms that I have told you related to this equation. Now we have to learn first kind of digital to analog. There are the two types of digital to analog converter that we have to be studied. First is binary weighted or weighted resistor type digital to analog converter. So in the weighted resistor type digital to analog converter, each digital level is converted into its equivalent analog voltage or current. For example, we have to take a 4-bit digital to analog converter. It accepts the data from 000 to 1111. 4-bit digital to analog converter is that would accept the data from 000 to 1111. So there are 15 discrete levels. 2 raised to the power 4 means 16, but 0 to 15 we have to take here of input above the 0. We are taking the data from 0 to 15. So above the 0 there is a 15 discrete levels, and 1 is the 0 level. So total 16 levels are there. Hence, it is convenient to divide the output analog into the 15 levels above the 0. So the LSB of the digital data causes a change in analog output that is equal to 1/15th of full scale analog output voltage VR. So LSB would be VR upon 15. Similarly, therefore, a weighted resistor network is designed in such a way that a 1 binary 1 in LSB, that is 2 raised to the power 0 is 1 position, results in VR upon 15 at the output. Similarly, if a 1 in the 2 raised to the power 1 bit position, it may be cause a change in analog output voltage that is equal to 2/15 VR. That is twice the size of LSB. Similarly, a 1 in 2 raised to power 2 and 2 raised to power 3 bit positions must cause a change of VR into 4/15 volt and VR into 8/15. You can say, depending upon the positions of the bit, your output voltage would be changes. So in the first position it is 1/15, in the second position it is 2/15, in the third position it is 2 raised to power 2/15, in the third position 2 raised to power, fourth position 2 raised to power 3/15. So in this way it would be continue up to the n bit position. So it is important to know that sum of the weights assigned to various bit positions of a 4-bit digital to analog converter must be equal to 1 upon 15 plus 2 upon 15 plus 4 upon 15 plus 8 upon 15, that is 15 upon 15, that is 1. That is VR. So VR is nothing but here, it is a full scale voltage, full scale analog. VR is a full scale analog voltage of D to A converter. Okay. So now we have to go through the diagram of this and whatever the description that we have seen. So in this general, weight assigned to the LSB is nothing but 1 upon 2 raised to the power n minus 1. Here n is 4, means 1 upon 15, that is LSB. N is the number of bits in the digital input. Thus 4-bit binary register network can be shown as in the figure. Perform following digital to analog conversions. So that is the 4-bit weighted resistor digital to analog converter. That would be, you can see here, the LSB is 2 raised to power 0. Similarly, we have to be moved to the higher bit MSB side. So 2 raised to power 1, then 2 raised to power 2, then 2 raised to power 3. This is the maximum because we are taking only the 4 bit. Okay. So it is LSB would be 1 upon 2 raised to power n minus 1, means 2 raised to power 4 minus 1, 1 upon 15. Then 2 upon 15, then 4 upon 15, then 8 upon 15. On the same proportion, the resistor would be also changed. So for the LSB side, the resistor would be R0, that is R. For R1, it is R upon 2. For R2, it is R upon 4. Then for R3, it is R upon 8. And RL is here load resistor, that is having very high value. So I hope all of you have noted down this diagram. So now this 4-bit binary weighted resistor would be give us the following information. That is, first one, the 2 raised to power 0 bit is changed to 1 upon 15th of VR. 2 raised to power 1 bit to 2 upon 15. Similarly, 2 raised to power 3 bit to the 8 upon 15th of VR. This is the first information that we have to be take from this arrangement. Second one is, these 4 voltages are added together to form the analog output voltage using the op-amp summer circuit. So the arrangement would be similarly to like a op-amp adder circuit or summer circuit. Okay. So we have to see this. The resistor R0, R1, R2 and R3 form a voltage divider network connected with the op-amp, and RL is a load resistance which should be large enough so that not to load divider network, means it would be free from the loading effect. Okay. So the LSB should be connected with the highest input resistance R0, while 2 raised to power 1 bit is connected with the resistance of half the value of LSB resistor, that is R0 upon 2. Therefore, its current contribution at the summing junction of output amplifier op-amp actually. So the current contribution to the summing junction of op-amp will be what? It is twice of LSB. Then 2 raised to power 2 bit is connected with 1/4 of the LSB resistance. Similarly, MSB connected to the 1/8 of the LSB resistance, that is R0 upon 8. The output is the sum of all these 4 attenuated voltage. So in this way, you can write the output equation from the diagram that we have discussed for 4-bit binary weighted arrangement. So V0 would be become VR upon R0 plus VR upon R1 plus VR upon R2 plus VR upon R3 upon 1 upon R0 plus 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. This is equation number 3. So in the next, we have to see the actual binary weighted digital to analog converter using op-amp. In that circuit, n-bit digital to analog converter would be shown as a summing amplifier, and it would be employ a binary weighted resistor network to generate the terms bi 2 raised to power minus I, that we have already seen, b1 2 raised to power minus 1, bn 2 raised to power minus n. Okay, so this is the final diagram that would be represent the binary weighted n bit binary weighted D to A converter. We have learned first of all the network of 4 bit, and from this we have derived the n bit binary weighted digital to analog converter circuit diagram using op amp. You can see here in this diagram, that is, this is the inverting configuration where the non-inverting terminal is grounded, and in the inverting terminal there is a feedback resistor RF is there, and on the left hand side of this we have used the voltage divided networks for each and every bit. So first of all we have shown the B1, that is MSB, and in this way we have to go to nth bit, that is LSB here. So here same phenomena we have used 2 raised to power 1 R, 2 raised to power 2 R, up to 2 raised to power n R. And you can see here there is a terminals bit terminals B1, B2, B3 up to Bn would be switching between the full scale voltage minus VR or ground signal. Okay, so which would be depending upon the bit positions from LSB to MSB. Suppose there is a 1 0 0 0 4 bit we have to consider. The MSB is here 1, means B1 would be connected to the minus VR, and rest of the bits would be connected at that moment to the ground signal. So in this way the connection would be switches between one bit to the another bit. So depending upon the value of the binary data, maybe suppose it is 1 0 0 1 0 0. In this condition B1 is connected to ground and B2 is connected to the minus VR, and rest of would be connected to the ground. So depending upon your binary pattern, the connections would be switches between the each point here. So please note it down this diagram. Here you can see that as it is a voltage divided network and parallel network is there, so the current is shown here as a dividing, and I1, I2, I3, for every branch there is a separate current, and that is having the value nothing but VR upon the resistor value, VR upon 2R, VR upon 4R, VR upon 8R, like this. And this would be, according to the KCL, it would be equivalent to the current I0. We know that op amp has very high input impedance, so all the current would be flow through this feedback network. So I0 would be subdivided here as I1, I2, I3 up to the IN. Okay. So we would be come to this derivation. Then now you can see that whatever I have shown, that is mentioned in this particular points, there we are using the n electronic switches to control the binary input word from B1 to Bn, and having the reference voltage minus VR. We are using here a single pole double throw switches. When the binary input to the switch is 1, the switch would be connected to the resistance to the reference voltage minus VR. When the input bit is 0, it would be connected to the resistor to the ground signal. So considering an ideal op amp having the open loop gain A, the output current I0 is given as I1 plus I2 plus up to the IN. So I1 is what? VR upon 2 raised to power 1 R into B1. I2 is VR upon 2 raised to power 2 R, like this, VR upon 2 raised to power N R. So that is from MSB to LSB we are moving. So you can see here in this equation, VR upon R is common to all terms. We have to be taken out from the bracket, and the remaining is B1 2 raised to power minus 1 plus B2 2 raised to power minus 2 up to Bn 2 raised to power minus n. So finally you can write V0 is equal to I0 into RF. So the term I0 and then RF is here. So this using that you would be correlated with the diagram. If you have not remember the diagram, you can refer this diagram. That is I1 VR upon 2R, VR upon 4R, VR upon 8R, like this. Okay. So using the equation number 2 and 4, it can be seen that if RF is equal to R, RF is equal to R, okay, then K is equal to 1 and VFS is equal to VR. So if you remember the equation number 2, that is your equation number 2, at that time we have discussed. So this is your equation number 2. Compare both of them, and if RF is equal to R, so what is K? K is here 1, and VF is what? It is nothing but VR. Okay. So in this way we have derived the starting from the 4-bit digital to analog converter structure up to the n bit of the digital to analog converter circuitry. Okay. So I hope all of you have noted down these equations as well, or taken the screenshot of this. Now we have to see that the n-bit digital analog converter that in the figure 6.3a uses a negative reference voltage, thus producing a positive output voltage, staircase voltage, because this negative reference voltage is applied to the inverting terminal. So finally we have to be getting a positive staircase output voltage. So the analog output voltage for the suppose 3-bit weighted resistor D to A converter, that would be C in the following diagram, next diagram, as a transfer characteristics, where we have to be taken the input binary word as 0, 0, 0 up to the 1, 1, 1. So what is the main disadvantage of binary weighted digital to analog converter? It would be requirement of wide range of resistor values, because resistor value would be changes with respect to the binary weight of the bits. So as the length of binary word is increased, the range of resistors would be also increases. So this is one of the very significant disadvantage of binary weighted digital to analog converter. And this is the transfer characteristics of n-bit binary weighted resistor D to A converter, where we have taken as a 3-bit actually for our simplification of diagram. As your number of bits would be increases, number of labels would be increases. So here the 3-bit data is there. That's why there is 8 labels is only required. So this is the staircase output that we have shown with respect to the digital input. This analog output would be generated VR upon 8, 2 VR upon 8, like up to the 7 VR upon 8. Okay. So noted down this diagram as well. So in this way we have to be show the circuit diagram, their derivation as well as the transfer characteristics of the binary weighted digital resistor digital to analog converter. Now you have to be moved to the second type of the digital to analog converter, that is R to R ladder D to A converter. So there is a drawback of the binary weighted resistor D to A converter, that is we have to be required a wide range of resistors in the design of binary weighted resistor D to A converter. So here this drawback has been be overcome in R to R ladder D to A converter. So here we have to be only required resistors of only 2 values, that is R and 2R. Hence this structure is suitable for integrated circuit fabrication. So the typical value of R used vary from 2.5 kilo ohm to the 10 kilo ohm. This is a typical value but not fixed. So principle of operation of ladder type network for 4-bit D to A converter is shown in the diagram 6.4a, and with 4-bit binary input B1, B2, B3, B4, analog output voltage V0 and 1 terminating resistor 2R is shown in this diagram. So this is the structure for the 4-bit R to R ladder D to A converter. This is not a final diagram, but this is the initial phase of design for the D to A converter. So if you have to be see here, that we have said that there are 4 bits we have taken from B1 to B4, and there is a 1 terminating resistor, that is 2R is shown. Please note it down this diagram. Terminating resistance 2R is shown. So we have to be moved from MSB to LSB side. So when we have to observe from this end to the LSB side, so you would be see that it would be decreasing, means 2R would be, there is a equivalent resistance R is there. We have to see that how we have to decompose it in the further slides. Okay. So in this ladder circuit, the output voltage is weighted sum of digital input. So for example, if it is a 4-bit binary input B1 to B4 is 1 0 0, means MSB is 1. So MSB is B1 is connected to VR and B2, B3, B4 would be connected to the ground signal. So you can see that we can modify the circuitry now. So R 2R parallel is the resistor is R. So that is shown in the next diagram. As a terminating resistor 2R and the resistor connected to B4 is at node A1 N1 is to form an equivalent resistor R. That is the deduction of the first stage. That is the equivalent circuit of the first stage. Now in the next stage what happens? Again R plus R 2R, again terminating resistor is 2R become, and now it would be having the parallel with the 2R resistor in the B3 terminal. So it would be again at node N2 the resistor would be reduced to the 2R parallel 2R means R. Again in the next step 2R parallel to R, it would be again become R at the N3. So then analog output voltage V0 would be become like this. So it would be V0 is what? VR into, according to potential division rule, 2R upon 2R plus R, that is VR upon 2. This is very important relationship, equation number 1. So please note it on this diagram. See. Thus, for the digital input B1, B2, B3, B4, 1000, that is MSB is equal to 1 and the output is VR upon 2. Similarly, it can be found that for digital input B1 to B4 is equal to 0, 1, 0, 0. When the second MSB is equal to 1 and the output is VR upon 4 for the 0, 0, 1, 0 and VR upon 8 for 0, 0, 0, 1, and in this way VR upon 16. So since resistive ladder in a linear network, the principle of superposition theorem can be used to find the total analog output voltage for particular digital input by adding the output voltages caused by the individual digital inputs. So this can be represented for the n-bit D2A converter as follows, and that would be written as V0 upon VR upon 2, VR upon 4, VR upon 8 and VR upon 2 raised to power n. So in this way you can represent the output voltage equation for R2R ladder type D2A converter, where n is the total number of bits at the input. Okay, so in this way we have to find out the output voltage for n-bit D2A converter. Please note it down. This equation is very important for this point of view. And do not fill up the attendance. I would not consider it. Okay. So now this is the final diagram for the 4-bit R2R ladder D2A converter. So you can see here that same structure that we have taken for the description of R2R ladder, that has been shown here, and from MSB to LSB it would be represented here by using the op-amp. Okay, so it is a 4-bit R2R ladder D to A converter is there. Please note down this diagram. So here you can also see, like the previous diagram, the resistors would be here, switches. The bits would be switches here in between VR and ground. So depending upon the bit position, it is binary 1 or 0. The switch 1 to 4 would be switches from VR to ground signal in between of them. Okay. So in this way, we can write the output voltage equation from this particular circuit diagram. That is V0 is equal to VR into RF upon R, V1 upon 2, V2 upon 2 raised to power 2, V3 upon 2 raised to power 3 up to V4 upon 2 raised to power 4. So in this way, in the equation 3, we have derived the output voltage equation for 4-bit D to A converter. So please note down this output voltage equation. That would be representing the output voltage of 4-bit D to A converter. So on the basis of this information, we can generalize the output voltage equation for the n-bit input signal, assuming only RF is equal to R. So it would be become V0 upon minus VR upon 2 raised to power n into V1 2 raised to power n minus 1 plus V2 2 raised to power n minus 2 up to Bn 2 raised to power 0. The resolution of R to R ladder type D to A converter will be also find out. For the current output, it would be VR upon R into 1 upon 2 raised to power n. And for the voltage output, the resolution of this D to A converter would be only multiplied with the RF. So VR upon R into RF into 1 upon 2 raised to power n, where RF is the feedback resistance of the op-amp. So in this way, we have learned two types of the D to A converter: binary weighted resistor D to A converter and R to R ladder D to A converter. In the next lecture, we would be see some specifications of this converters or digital to analog converters, and then start the A to D converter. Okay, thank you all of you for attending the lecture. Those who are remaining, please fill up your attendance fast.